back to my life with plants. I'm Newman, and finally this Hoya has flowered. Before I show you, it's been about 6 years. It's actually rotted once, and I've taken cuttings and started it again, but now that I know how to grow it properly, and it does demand a lot of water, so I have a reservoir, and it likes a lot of feed too. Slow release fertilizer. It's finally come into flower. So we're going to check out how big these leaves are. This Hoya Crimson Princess. There's all these new vines coming away. You can see here, these are its previous leaves. And then you can have a look at that. This is with this particular Hoya likes to have a steady supply of moisture. Its pot goes down 3/3 of the way, and then down here is a little water collected, so it has some water roots in there too, and the media is always moist. So here we are. This peduncle is actually huge. This is it, and its fragrance is starting to come out now. Lovely chocolatey fragrance. So what's happened in the past is that I've tried to grow it just in a mix that anybody else would use. Pre-draining mix of bark and cocoa coir and hummus. And I would water it and it would dry out. And I'd water it again, but it just did not sustain this plant. So this particular Hoya carnosus come from a pretty wet environment during the growing season. It doesn't really dry out too much. And you can see here by this gigantic peduncle. It hasn't aborted because it has all the energy and water it needs to sustain this big inflorescence, umbel, huge umbel. And we have another one up here. We have growth that's actually gone up, but I'm going to cut that because it has reverted back to green, and I don't need that part of it. Like I have enough here coming away. We have all these new growths coming away here. And another one. So there we have it. The reason why this plant actually rotted a few years ago was that I would let it dry right out and then water it. And being a plant that really likes a lot of water, and letting it dry out the way I did, I think I let it dry out too much. And the roots started to naturally die back because it had a lack of water. And then when I came in to water it again, it just caused a big rot. We have many more to open yet. So don't be afraid of putting your Hoyas in a cache pot and keeping a little bit of water in them if you think they really need it. Now that's not all of them. You come over here, we have this particular Hoya and it's Sunrise, and this one doesn't like water left over in its reservoir. It tends to rot. So this one is not one that wants any water left in there, although it likes the cache pot because after it's watered it likes to stay moist, but not, it doesn't like to have oversaturation. That's when you water something and the media is saturated to the point that the water collects in the bottom. With that bit of water, you got to get rid of it. And one way of doing that is I tip the pot over in the sink until all the water's run out, and it's until I get rid of that excess water. Yeah, that's how it likes it. On the other hand, this Hoya Matilda, I do keep a little water on the bottom here. Seems to like a little bit more moisture. All your plants are different. You just have to get used to it. And this one's been really taking off. The peduncles coming out everywhere. Yep, it's one of those Hoyas where if I try to tie it up, it'll stop growing. And with that to happen, I'll wait till it's finished growing and then I'll tie it back up to the top. Alright, so there you have it. Hoya carnosa, Crimson Princess. Look at those leaves. I don't mind all the leaves having different variegations. Oh, this thing poking out here is actually my Phalaenopsis. It's about to bloom. Alright, so hope you found that interesting. Lovely big umbel of flowers. And when we have many more flowers, I will get back to you. Anyway, that's all for today. See you later. Bye bye.